Hello everyone once again. So doing another one of these voiceover videos. I'm gonna look if I can invest into like a mic so you guys can actually hear some of the conversations I'm having with my friend here. You'll see him in a bit. But today was my upper day. So this is like week 1 of my 4-week block using the, let me see if I can say it right this time, gzcl method, right? Or it's like kind of the principles. So I was gonna do a personal story, but I felt like that might not be the most, useful for you guys if you're watching. So I decided that I'd probably just kind of go over the exercise choice I do, the reps and sets I'm doing, and just kind of explain it so you can also apply it. So I'll probably do this as a series for all of my workouts, and then at some point I'll have all my workouts via all my weeks in some distant future. So you can see I'm pointing at the camera to say 6 reps because I didn't get my 5th rep. So let's break it down, right? So for today is my tier 1, and if you watch my other video, the tier 1 exercise is basically your powerlifting movement. So these are your heavy benches, heavy deadlifts, heavy squats. So today I'm doing bench press, as you can see, obviously, and I'm trying to aim for 3x5, so around 15 reps, right? So that's probably the highest amount of reps I'll do in a day, and then the lowest will probably go to I think around 10, right? So you can see I'm doing my bench here. I hit 6 reps somehow, and as I put into the camera. But the main point of, again, these tier 1 exercises, and I'll continue to reiterate, is that it's mainly trying to build a very strong strength formation. Now, you can see in the video, I'm actually not even doing pause reps. I'm just kind of touching and going. And honestly, that's something that you can probably improve on. Like if you're to kind of take the advice that I give you here, pause reps are just honestly phenomenal. And this guy here working in with me, he's locked in with those pause reps, but those will definitely help with strength. But yeah, I think the T1 exercise, the way that I program it, I definitely see that I gain strength. Now, if you didn't watch my other bench video where I just start crashing out, that is also due to myself. But yeah, I'm kind of like goofing around in the camera. Another thing, I can't really go back to the video right now, but I had a mat with a what is those things, like an exercise band around it, and those are really helpful for just having better grip on the benches, because at the gym that we go to regularly, the benches are really slippery, and once you start going up in weight, you'll find that when you're trying to brace properly, arch your back, leg drive, everything starts sliding around and you lose a lot of strength, and you can put on like about 10 to 15 pounds if you've never done it before. So I would 100% recommend getting just using one of those yoga mats and putting a exercise band around it. Now we see that we've gone to back, and please excuse the terrible form. Oh my lord, I'm watching this back. This is, you gotta shoot me for that one. But the way that I like to do it, and also my friend, is we want to kind of rotate between vertical rows or like a vertical pulling motion and a horizontal pulling motion, right? So this is either your pull-ups for your vertical motion, and then you're moving that to maybe a seated row, right? Just to hit all parts of your back. All right, nothing too crazy. This is our T2 exercises. So back, there's no T1 because I guess you could say your deadlift is your T1 back exercise, but again, you shouldn't be lifting with your back in deadlifts. But yeah, for this one, T2, so you're aiming for around 30 reps max. So I try to do around 3 sets of 10. And then, yeah, that's pretty much what we try to do for T2 on upper day. So we had bench press, we had a back movement, which was our T-bar row, and now we're moving back onto a T2, but for our chest. Now, the way I like to do this one is, again, I mentioned this in my previous video, but you want to do something that is similar to the motion of the main exercise, or like your T1 exercise, right? Because this is supposed to supplement your strength, right? It's not supposed to be mainly strength, but it's supposed to supplement your strength, right, for your T1 exercise. So that's why I decided to do a dumbbell bench, just because I can get a bit of a better contraction with the dumbbells. And it is a very similar movement path, right? Well, obviously my arms are more in, just so I can get like a better depth, but again, much very similar movement path, I would say. So again, I'm watching these back, and it's honestly really great watching these videos and kind of commentating over it, because you can kind of see your form and kind of see how it kind of it might not be the best. And honestly, just as an aside, if you're going to the gym, you're starting in the gym, and I'll probably make another video, right? But if you're going to the gym, I think it's absolutely invaluable, or not invaluable, but super valuable if you record your sets, or you have somebody record it for you, or you do some sort of documentation of your progress, because not only will you improve just phenomenally, because you can see, well, like I'm looking at the video right now, I'm seeing like my bar path might be a little iffy and I'm not going down deep enough. Now I know the next time I come, I'm like, oh wow, this is what I need to do. But it's great for just seeing your progress in the gym. Like I have some videos when I started going to the gym back in first year, and I cringe at, looking at them, because it's like, oh my God, what's going on? This is terrible. But like, it's great progress to see. It kind of reminds you like where you've come from and how much work you've put in. Right, so I would 100% recommend recording your sets. Now, obviously, if you're just starting off the gym, you're not like the biggest guy in the gym, you might feel a little some sort of way, but I recorded, and there's quite a few people in the gym today. No one gives a shit. Like everyone's going on through their whole life. Obviously, be respectful of people if they say like, oh, don't record me, or I don't want to be in this gym video. Yeah, you gotta listen to them. But again, it's people don't really care, right? But yeah, I just did like 5 reps when I was supposed to do 10. I definitely was gassed out. But yeah, our next exercise. So for T2 bench, you want to be doing 3x10. And then these are my T3. Now again, T3, these are your accessory, your bodybuilding. So you really want to burn out on these ones. Now again, I'm looking back at the form, and holy moly, am I swinging. It's crazy. But again, for these, I'm doing like a superset kind of ish with a dumbbell curl to skull crushers. And I found that skull crushers, I used to not really do them, and I'm not sure if you might have the same thing, but I used to not do them because they really put a heavy strain on my elbow ligaments. Like it was really off, right? So I don't know, I feel like once I've done them, I've started doing them more consistently. As you can see, like my elbow isn't as or at least you can't really tell how my elbow feels, but it doesn't feel as bad. So I think if you're looking to do skull crushers, because I think they're one of the best tricep exercises, just give it a shot. Work with it for like 2-3 weeks and see if your elbow pain kind of disappears if you have something similar to that. Another thing for skull crushers is I was watching my friend, and I was watching how he's doing it. You'll see in my first set, this set right here, that I'm kind of putting it, like I'm kind of moving it up in an arch, right? And I personally don't think that is the best movement path for the triceps, right? Because I can't really show you because this is a voiceover, but when you move it up in an arch, you're more moving it with your shoulders, if you can kind of understand what I mean, rather than moving it up in a straight line. So you'll see my next set after I do the bicep curls with this absolutely horrendous form, although I am like manga in the sunlight there. You'll see in the next set that I kind of keep it in a straight line. So if you think of it when you're doing the skull crushers, you're not trying to go, because I remember I got the cue to put it over your head, but if the bar starts like behind your head, right, and you go over, it's gonna be in a little arch. So what you want to try doing is having it more of in a straight line, right? You want to have it such that you're just going up and down, and your elbows will compensate for any movements that it needs to be. So you'll kind of see here that it'll be in a straight line, or at least much more. And I felt like that hit my triceps a lot more. And the main problem that I had with my elbows being just extremely painful, or just like a lot of strain kind of went down. So you'll see I go down and I go back up, right? Down and back up. And I'm not trying to get it over my head. I'm just trying to go as far down as possible in a straight line. And I felt like that was a much better, better movement for myself. So we are wrapping up with this workout here. And usually these workouts, they're not too long, just because if you know what you're doing and you're able to hit the sets, then it's not too long. It's probably like an hour and a half. And obviously I was talking with my friend throughout the time. We're making jokes. It was a great time. So that took a bit longer, but usually an hour and a half. And that's really as long as you need in the gym, right? You don't really need to be going there for 2-3 hours, unless if you're some like crazy professional. But yeah, so we ended off with some lateral raises that I put the weight up way too high on my first set. But yeah, this is kind of like my shoulder. So I do like train shoulders properly, like with an overhead press with dumbbells on my second upper day, because I used to do overhead press like properly for powerlifting, but then I realized I was not really progressing as much as I would have liked. So yeah, so lateral raises are kind of my, I don't know what I'm doing in the camera. Lateral raises are kind of my my first shoulder movement. I do them both on both of my days, but then I do shoulder press on my second upper day. But yeah, that's my main upper day. Pretty simple. Hope you guys got some value out of this one. But yeah, I would 110% recommend giving this program a shot, even if you're maybe if you're not a beginner. PPL or like push-pull legs, that one's just pretty common, pretty easy to stick to. But I would definitely give it a shot if you're looking for something new. But yeah, see you guys.